Plácido Domingo, welcome to Heaven and Earth. Thank you very much for talking to us. You've got a very hectic schedule at the moment and you've just collected the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Classical Brits. How important is that to you?
Well, it is a wonderful recognition, great honor. Somehow when they give you something, life achievement, it means then you are not young anymore. But okay, that's a logical thing, you know, the time passes and it's logical. I have been coming to England to sing for 35 years, you know.
So where did it all begin for you? You were born in Spain but grew up in Mexico. How did those two cultures influence you, and particularly your music?
Well, my parents, they were zarzuela singers, which is the Spanish music, and then they went to Mexico bringing a company of zarzuelas. So they were involved in music all their life. So the first influence, of course, for me, it was to listen to them, you know. So I have the music right at home.
So you were surrounded by music, and you were brought up as a Catholic as well. So
yeah.
Did music have quite a strong influence on you through your religion too?
Every Sunday, Mass, to sing in Mass, you know, and you know, because I was singing, so in many occasions I was the soloist of the choir and so on. So yes, I sang a lot of religious music.
Your ability in music, do you feel that it is a gift from God?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think anything that we have, it has been given by God to us.
You talked about going to Mass and how important the music was for you there. How important has Catholicism been to you throughout your life?
I think that faith is something that really one feels is almost impossible to live without. It's probably one of the religions that gives you so much information and gives you also so many mysteries, you know. And it's very well known that in our religion, in the Catholic, you don't ask questions about certain things. You just have to accept it, and that takes a blind in believing. And I guess that if you are a Catholic, you are a believer, and you are totally blind because in so many of the things doesn't have an answer. And you just have to believe.
Yes, how do you find that? Do you find that frustrating sometimes? Are you the kind of person that wants to find answers to things, or are you quite happy to think, no, well, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is?
Well, most of the things, it's all right. There are certain things that you cannot understand, but they say, don't try it, you know. Of course, it's a little frustrating, yes. You would like to understand it.
At the moment, it's an interesting character that you're playing, isn't it? Cyrano de Bergerac.
Cyrano de Bergerac, yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that and how you approach it and what attracts you to that particular character.
Well, the Cyrano is a role that it is ideal because he's a generous person, he's a very good person. He fights injustice and he just gets this tremendous complex because of the way he looks with his big nose, and he really falls in love with Roxana, and he has to help Christian, you know. So he sees himself reflected in Christian. And of course it takes very long for Roxana, many years after the death of Christian, to find out that Cyrano was the one that really was writing the letters. And
you somehow try to connect on a spiritual level with the characters?
Oh yes, I think it's a lot of a spiritual feeling in the Cyrano. But I think I have 4 roles in particular that I have done. They have a lot of feelings in the religious aspect, and especially the Samson and Delilah is a big, the triangle there is tremendous. In most of the operas, you fight with another man for the love of a woman, or 2 women there fighting for the love of you. But here is tremendous because you are fighting between Delilah and God, you know, because you know what your duty will be, and yet you cannot resist the temptation of a beautiful woman. So,
you seem a very gentle, mild-mannered and placid person, if I may say so, and yet on stage